Other thing that just happened in the headlines. Let us know what you guys think about that, and let's move on to another topic. Babe, what is the next topic on our the headlines portion of the show?
Gypsy Rose says her husband's D is fire.
Oh, really? Now, yeah, you like that, huh?
From Yahoo Entertainment. Gypsy Rose Blanchard was recently released from prison. Excuse me, after her role in her mother's murder, and defended her husband Ryan Anderson against critics in a bold social media post. In an interview, the couple, married for 2 years, expressed excitement and anxiety about post-prison life in the spotlight. Gypsy Rose recently defended him in the comments. The 32-year-old wrote, "Ryan, don't listen to the haters. I love you, and you love me, and we don't owe anyone anything. Our family is who matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. If you get hate, then whatever, because they don't matter. Because you are rocking my world every night." Yeah, I said it. The D is fire. Happy wife, happy life.
The D is fire. Now, like that's TMI. I didn't need to know that. I don't
think it's TMI. I think it's
100% TMI.
I think it's appropriate. Completely appropriate.
Now, I have a thing. Now, another one of the things I forgot to mention at the top of the show. I'm thinking about a new show where it talks about like how people in the comment sections who are fans of certain people and people are against, how they fight each other in the comment section. I'm working on that. I might do it's like a documentary kind of thing. I'll work on that later.
Okay.
And I've noticed this might be one of my first topics about how Gypsy Rose has a slew of Trina went blank for a second.
What's going again?
On? What's going on here?
Hopefully we're still live.
I think we are, but I know we're live, but it's probably just catching up or something. I don't know. Something happening.
Something did happen on our side. It's back now.
A lot of her fans that are 100% supporting her. Like I saw a bunch of people on TikTok. Like I'm here day one of her being released from prison. I'm gonna pick her up, and gotta. And then a lot of people are upset, saying that it's not fair that she got such a light sentence. And I understand that the other young man was the one who actually committed the crime and the unaliving and everything. But what about this RICO Act that we have? If you can prove there are gang leaders who in the RICO Act who can get a life sentence because they can prove that you are the ringleader who set the crime in motion of unaliving. So
I think also here comes moral aspects of understanding the difference between, like, murder is never great. We get that. Murder's never great. And you have a victim of torture. This child was tortured her entire life by her mother.
And her view on life was completely crazy.
Fucked up because of her mother. And it's like somebody being upset, and this is how I truly feel that her situation is, and it may seem unfair, and I'm going to say this as someone who is a person who's experienced this, which I don't think I've ever said publicly on this platform. It is like someone getting raped and going to jail for murdering the person who did it to them. That is how I view her murdering her mom.
I think they were viewing him as more like, you weren't a victim of that, so you should have been able to say to her, look, I get it, you're in a really messed up situation and we got to get you out of this, but this isn't the answer.
Unless his mental state can be questioned too.
His mental state may have not been in the same.
If he did, then I would hope his lawyers would have fought for that.
I would hope exactly that, and that's why I was wondering, what kind of lawyers did this guy have?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I can understand, just like with everything that Tabitha was saying, for the way she was raised, I can 100% understand that.
Tortured.
There are people who are in prison right now who were defending themselves, and the system just didn't go. Like there was a black, I forgot what state, I think it was Georgia. There was a black woman who was being assaulted by her current husband or ex, and she merely just fired a warning shot into the ceiling. But because she was in an apartment building, because it could have harmed someone else that was above her, she was thrown in prison. Not forget the fact that she was trying to warned the person that was trying to attack her. She didn't even hit him. She fired a warning shot, went to prison. So it's weird.
It's a concept to me that I would happily go to prison to end the life of my torturer.
Mm-hmm.
Happily.
I mean, we are all fully aware the legal system's messed up, and you got people in prison for life who are in for life for like selling marijuana. I mean, like stuff. You're like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah,
and then you've got people who did a month for super big things that you're like, wait a minute, this is not. Check out. Math ain't mathin'.
She deserves to create whatever happiness she can create within her dynamic that hurts nobody else.
No.
If her and her husband are happy, let them boast on the internet. Like, that is the lamest of some of the things that get put on the internet.
It gets lamer. Did you hear about how people are comparing his looks to her mother, saying that he
does not look like her mother. But like, that is when I say it's completely appropriate for her to be like, I like the D is fire. Let her. The things that we put on the internet are way worse than that.
Mm-hmm.
Way worse. Let her have her happiness. She deserves some happiness. She had a lifetime of torture as a child and survived. That is such an unfair way to start your life. And not only does she have to deal with consequences to her actions after being tortured by the person who brought her into this world, she has to process and manage the fact that she's a person who ended another person's life and relish in being okay with that. You know what? I did that. I did that thing. I did it to save myself. And you know what? I'm going to be okay with saving myself with this.
Right.
I think it's okay.
I've seen a lot of therapists and mental health people on TikTok that are like, I know it's not going to happen because, she's got media and news channels and TV stations and movies, things coming after her right and left. But they're, like, they really need to be cautious, like, be careful with her. She has been through all of this stuff, been in prison for 6 years, and now she's out, and she's got immediately thrust into the spotlight. And
6 million followers
are coming after her right and left, wanting all sorts of information and appearances and things. And that's a lot of mental work to put on somebody who had a lot of mental trauma to begin with.
She needs a lot of therapy.
Asking a lot of someone.
She needs a lot of therapy, and that's not her fault. That's not a bad thing. She just needs a lot of therapy to understand how to process this, and she deserves to have some peace, and she's never going to have a normal life. That's not an option for her. So she's got to figure out a way to rectify that and to come to terms with that and to do it in the healthiest way possible. And the only way she can do that is if she seeks help for it, because there's no way she's going to be able to handle that on her own. There's nobody on this planet that can do and go through what she's gone through on their own. That's just not possible. We're not built for that. We need help.
So like stage 1 of healing. Get that D.
Get the D. D is the stage 1. Sometimes you're going to just need a release, man. Need a release.
Not just the D.
On the computer.
Welcome back, Tabs. Appreciate it.
That's me.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie